Ensuring a safer highway is the objective of this area patrol. Nigeria Police Force says it's determined and will continue to comb the Abuja-Kaduna highway and rail tracks and indeed every nook and cranny for criminals. With the patrol over, the police parade suspects, including the alleged mastermind of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack, Ibrahim Abdullahi, who is the leader of a kidnap syndicate terrorizing passengers plying the Abuja-Kaduna highway.
The same thing. This set of people are those that are attacking our power generation plants.
At a news conference in Kaduna, the police public relations officer explains how the suspect was arrested.
You will recollect that on 12th January 2024, police operatives attached to anti-kidnapping unit of Kaduna State Criminal Investigation Department (CID), based on credible information, swept in and arrested one Ibrahim Abdullahi, A.K. Mande, at Abuja-Kaduna Road, flyover by Rido Junction. The suspect confessed to being the leader of a kidnap syndicate terrorizing Kaduna-Abuja highway, ranked among other criminals like Dogo Gide and Bello Toji.
The police reel out statistics of other suspects arrested from January 2024 to date.
On February 29, 2024, vigilant operatives of the Kaduna Command Monitoring Unit conducted a well-coordinated operations at the residence of a suspected kidnapper. On 7th of April 2024, police operatives attached to the Force Intelligence Department Special Tactical Squad in Abuja, in collaboration with Operation Yaki operatives in Kaduna Command, arrested one Abubakar Umar, aged 20 years. Please mark the age or ages of some of the suspects we are showcasing today.
On March the 28th, 2022, suspected terrorists bombed the Abuja-Kaduna rail tracks. The train derailed after an improvised explosive device planted by the terrorists exploded underneath one of the coaches. The terrorists surrounded the train, shooting sporadically and killing 9 passengers, after which over 100 others were abducted.
And there you have it. The past report we've done on security, and that's because our conversation is switching from the economy to security, even though both of them are linked to each other. Joining us right now on the program is Mr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi. He is the former chairman, Committee on Prosecution of Bandits and Related Offenses. He's going to be talking to us a little bit about the federal government's policies on security. Thank you so much for joining us on Sunrise Daily this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk a bit about it. You know, we've seen that report where they looked at, you know, people who, the parade of suspects, really. And we see that happen quite a lot with the police and whatnot. But we're looking at another situation that's happened. This one in Gusau, in Zamfara State, where the manager of Taj Bank, Gusau branch, Mansu Kaura, was, you know, kidnapped at his residence. In fact, we're hearing that the bandits invaded his house that is in Gidandari bypass at around 12 a.m. and they whisked him to an unknown destination. And we're seeing a lot of these kinds of stories coming up. What do you think is causing this persistent banditry, you know, thing that keeps happening, especially around northern Nigeria? We've heard a governor actually say that, look, this is the business now. People are using this do you agree with that? What's really going on?
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria is highly alarming. Despite of killings, armed banditry, cattle stealing, kidnapping for ransom across the northern Nigeria, but each and every region in the northern Nigeria has a peculiar security challenges. In the northwest, the persistent armed banditry, kidnapping, ransom, cattle rustling, displacement of innocent people from the various communities. It contributed to a lot of the issue of insecurity. Has a lot of components. Now, going by what is happening now in the northwest, it has been turned to a criminal enterprise, where you see you see some security personnel are involved, traditional rulers, logistics suppliers, quack doctors, a lot of things, even motorcycle sellers. So what attributed to the insecurity in the northern Nigeria or persistent insecurity in northern Nigeria is corruption, injustice, unemployment, high level of illiteracy, bad governance, proliferation of smaller and lighter arms, porous border, injustice in the part of judiciary, and also inadequate security personnel to curtail the security situation, especially in the Zamfara state. The military there are underfunded, under-equipped, understaffed, under-motivated. So with what is happening in Zamfara, that is persistent a rise of armed banditry, kidnapping for ransom on daily basis, destruction of lives and property, killings, blood spilling, and the displacement of innocent people. The manager of the Taj Bank, Mansour Kaura, who was kidnapped, I think on Tuesday, 12 a.m. in Gidadari in Gusau, the bandit invaded his house. They were shooting indiscriminately, but no one of his neighborhood will come to his rescue because this bandit has a sophisticated weapons. And if anybody come, including security personnel, the Mansour Kaura house is even near mobile police base. They cannot come to his rescue.
Which mobile police base? The one in Gusau?
Mobile police base in Gusau. And also not far from DSS office in Gusau, and also not far from also military base in Gusau, the same Gusau in Bypass Road. So for you to know that the security doesn't have even the sophisticated weapons which the criminals and bandits has. So this is one of the contributing factor. This week only, many communities were sacked by this bandit. In Maradu local government, in Jambako, in Faru, in Magami Didi. This morning, even as I'm talking to you now, in Sakajiki, in Kauranamoda, they have burned down the salons, shops, burned down houses, killed people, and kidnapped unspecified number of
You're
people.
from Zamfara.
I'm from Zamfara state.
Let's talk
also in Zulmi local government.
Zamfara has had this problem
for
a very long time.
Yeah, more than decades.
For decades.
Yeah.
We all know in Zamfara you can't travel early in the mornings. You shouldn't be out in the night.
Yes.
In fact, I remember they will tell us, no, let's say we plan a trip. Let's say we're going to Sokoto.
Yeah.
We'll say, no, you can't leave at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning. We have to wait till about 10 for us to be able to pass. And they say it's because of the activities of bandits. Why Sokoto? Is it the mineral resources that is the problem? Is it still that problem that we're dealing with right now?
You see, this issue of banditry has a lot of factors that attributed to the persistent increase or galloping rate of this banditry. You know, Zamfara is blessed with solid minerals deposit. And the activities of the illegal miners has some relative, has to have some symbiosis relationship between the illegal miners and armed bandits. Most of the armed bandits also are also illegal miners. And also illegal immigrants from the neighboring country, Nigeria Republic, even some Chinese, form part of the illegal mining. And Zamfara has one of the highest gold deposit and also some metallic minerals, which has a higher monetary value, like lithium now. Zamfara has one of the richest lithium. And now with the discovery of the electric motor vehicle, a lot of people are now trying to diversify the source of energy, lithium. And that is also one of the factors that also gave a rise to the illegal mining and armed banditry. So it is a lucrative business criminal enterprise where you find a traditional rulers, hard drug sellers, security, lawyers, people even who are installing DSTV solar system in their hideout. So it's something foreign and something that need a drastic measure.
So let's talk a bit about the measures.
Yeah.
Last year, Mr. Dele Alake, the Minister of Solid Minerals, he was talking about some partnership with the Ministry of Defense and National Security Advisor. They were trying to come up with some new security outfit that will be responsible for mining sites, which is one of the biggest issues that Zamfara has. I remember during the Buhari administration, they came up with the artisanal
miners, artisanal and small-scale miners.
Yes, and I remember it was because of the gold deposits. I remember that they had gotten all the gold that they got from these artisanal miners and put it together and showed it to Nigerians and said, look at what this has done. It has reduced the amount of illegal miners because now you can just sell directly to the government at the same amount and get the same price. So you don't have to be smuggling gold up and down the place. But let's talk a bit about that collaboration between Solid Minerals and the ONSA and the Ministry of Defense. Did that collaboration come to fruition? Are there people who are guarding these mining sites?
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has come up with a partnership with the Nigerian Civil Defense, Nigerian Police Office, National Security Advisor, Office of Minister of Defense, to collaborate and bring out one team called mining police of mining marshals. So these mining police or mining marshals are yet to be inaugurated. It has been inaugurated, but these mining marshals, I think they say they are going to train 60 or 70 marshals per state, and they are going to use drum. So it has not come to practice, but they say they are training them. And looking at also the other program you are talking about is called FAGMI.
PAGMI, yes.
PAGMI.
Yes, I remember this.
Yes. Presidential Artisanal Miners Something Goal Initiative. PAGMI.
That was during the Buhari administration. Does it still exist? Is PAGMI still
It doesn't exist.
Right now?
Yeah, it was just on the screen of the television, but it's not practical now. And since that time, when they came out with that goal, have you ever seen anything going on? The money was set aside in billions of naira with the former central bank governor. None of the artisanal miners or small-scale miners who has access to that funds. So that funds, government should even form part of the investigation. They're investigating the governor of central bank. They have to find out where the money have gone to.
I just need to understand what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
You're saying that PAGMI that was created in Buhari administration, you're saying that whole launch, you know, they showed us the gold. You're saying nothing happened after that?
That PAGMI is a scam because it has not seen the light of the day. Since it has been flashed on the television, nobody have ever seen anything practical. Since after that presentation of the gold to the Mr. President on PAGMI, nobody ever, any miner in Nigeria who have ever seen anything so-called PAGMI. It is not in existence, it is just a theoretical, not practical.
Let's talk a bit about your time as Chairman Committee on Prosecution of Bandits and Related Offenses. What were some of the major, you know, maybe not challenges, but some of the trends that you noticed at the time when you were chairing this?
There's a lot of challenges and a lot of stumbling blocks we have faced in trying to find out a lasting solution to armed banditry and other related offenses during the past administration. The most worrisome and what had drawn back the the issue of insecurity in Zamfara State is playing politics with the insecurity in Zamfara State by the opposition party as at that time. Some politicians have used insecurity to campaign against the immediate past governor, who is now the present Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale. So it's one of the challenging factors we have faced. We have been advising the politicians, both the members of APC and PDP and other political parties, that they should stop playing politics with the lives and property of the people of Zamfara State. It is time for governance. It is not time for politicking. But people use it as a campaign weapons, tools against the first administration. And up to today, it is from fire to frying pan.
You mean from frying pan to fire?
Yeah, yeah. So from fire to frying pan. Many people are in captivity more than I can tell you in a particular community in Zurmi local government. Bandit attack the Emir Palace of Zurmi local government, Zurmi Emirate. Kidnap what we call Shamaki, that like his chief security or chief protocol officer. They kidnapped him, took him to their hideout in the bush. More than 600 people were in captivity in that particular camp. They call him Dus Nkura camp. Is one of the bandits. So that Zulmi, they came to even kidnap the emir, who's aged 82 years old man. And but with the intervention of the military, they overpowered them and they have not succeeded in getting interest to that. They attacked an emir palace in Maradu local government. Attack emir palace in Bungudu local government. Attack emir palace in this thing. I think Zulmi, yes, not Zulmi. Maradu Maru. So the bandits are even after the emirs. So that is the major problem. We have also been when we are trying to also prosecute this thing. Some security officers compromise. Some traditional rulers compromise.
You're basically leading.
You understand?
You're towing the same line as the governor. I think it was a Katsina State governor who was saying this recently, that this is a business now.
It's something that's criminal enterprise. And that's a value chain.
That yes, there's a value chain. That involves, and you've mentioned a few security operatives. Yeah. What can be done?
And even some justices.
What can be done about the situation? Is there any solution in your mind?
No, there's a lot of solution.
Okay.
The solution is two ways. The government has to tackle this issue of insecurity for this country to remain united and for us to have a peaceful coexistence and to maintain peace and stability in the country. So the solution, government should go into two approach. Kinetic and non-kinetic approach. That is carrot and stick approach. When those who are ready to embrace peace, dialogue, then the government should listen to them and also accept them. And those who are not also ready to accept peace dialogue, there should be a total military action against them. And also, the government should check the corruption in the border, corruption in the judiciary, bad governance. Let me tell you, Zamfara State, is governed by the bandit. Because the governor have lost control of the state. Because governance, in a simple terms, it means decision making. And a process of implementation of decision or not implemented. So now the bandit are the one imposing levies to villagers if you want to stay. They impose levy to farmers if you want to farm. And even that is one part of the food insecurity in the country. And looking at the also inflationary rate now, with this banditry has contributed to the issue of inflation rate in the country. So the solution, there should be a border control. There should be also most security should be recruited, should be trained, should be motivated, and should be fully funded. In Zamfara now, there is no available military vehicles, operational vehicles, and there is no available APC, this armored personnel carrier vehicle, that can, which they call kunkuru, that can enter into the bush to fight these criminals. So also the issue of land. These people are complaining of injustice, in jungle justice. Some of them have no access to the market, to hospital, to the, you understand? They are citizens of Nigeria. So we should also try to look at who are the criminals, who are not criminal, and they should be allowed also to have a freedom of movement. Yesterday in Mada, in Gusau local government, on the market day, they came into the market, killed people, attacked security vehicles, burned down security vehicles. So what we are seeing in Zanfara, people are seeing hell. People are killed on daily basis.
I think my colleague in Ayo probably has a few questions for you. Ayo, over to you.
Kayla. Well, Mr. Shinkafi, the number one question that comes to my mind, I mean, listening to you paint these pictures, definitely gory, and it doesn't in any way remonstrate the issues that you're raising. But how come with all of these scenarios that you have painted, when elections come, we still have elections hold in these communities and we have results from these elections? Is it that insecurity goes under when elections are coming up, or what?
In every election period, some of these activities are being fived down because many security personnel are being deployed in some of these areas. And INEC also used to do cluster polling units. Some of the polling units where it is been under the occupation of armed bandits have been formed on cluster form. Have been migrated from the danger zone maybe to the nearest town where it has security. So that is how election is conducted. It was conducted in Zamfara under heavy security, and some polling units have been migrated from their original center to another close by town where there's a security coverage. That's how election is conducted in Zamfara state.
So when you say that the governor has lost control of the state and that the state is now being governed by bandits, what do you want Nigerians, particularly indigenous of Zamfara state, to make of that comment?
Yes, this statement I'm making is not a political statement, it's a reality on ground. Because on daily basis, there's rampage of this armed banditry across the state, including the state capital. The manager of the Taj Bank has been kidnapped in the seat of power of the state, and even close to the security base, military base, even DSS office, and also mobile squadron. So what we are saying, that the rampage of armed banditry is even beyond the state governor. If the armed bandit can come into the seat of the power in the state, kidnapping people, killing people indiscriminately, so the governor has lost control. All the 14 local government of Zamfara, without exception, is under siege of these armed bandit leaders.
You know, just 1 second, Mr. Shinkafi, because we're running out of time now. But, you know, people listening to you right now would say that perhaps, okay, maybe also referencing what some people have said over time, that these so-called bandits are not unknown to leaders in the various communities where these things happen. If that is correct, what is stopping us from putting this issue to rest once and for all? Why can't we end this carnage that you're talking about and let there be peace and development in Zamfara state?
most of these bandits, not only in Zamfara State, in Kebbi State, in Sokoto State, in even Niger State, in Kaduna State, in Katsina State, are all indigenous. 80% of them are indigenous. All these bandit leaders, they are known, and people know their even parents. Like Bello Turji, he's from Shinkafi local government where I come from. His father and mother are all from Shinkafi local government. He was born and brought up in Chidai village, under Kware district, in Fake. So all of these 80% are indigenous. And what we have been always advising the government should go into two approach. That is kinetic and non-kinetic approach. Like in my community, Shinkafi local government is only the most peaceful local government in Zamfara State. Because the locals had decided to go into dialogue with the Turji, the notorious armed bandit kingpin, who is the same rank with Dogo Gide and Ibrahim Ibn Mohammed Mande. So the community leaders there and religious leaders decided to go into peace dialogue with Bello Turji. In all the districts we have, in the two emirates, there was no report of armed banditry, killings, kidnapping for ransom, displacing of innocent people from their community for the first 10 days and 10 months. So the people on their own decided to go into dialogue with him because they know his parents. And that is how there was no report of banditry in Shinkafi local government. From Kaura Junction to Shinkafi, you can travel anytime you wishes, in the morning, in the night. So if the government can initiate or copy from what the Shinkafi community did, I think it is good to go.
You know, I was going to say, you know, Governor Dauda Lawal, who's probably going to see this, because I know they're going to send this clip to him. Many people from the state might say, oh, this is a political issue because, you know, Dauda Lawal is PDP, you're from the All Progressives Congress. Isn't it possible that it is the opposition that is making the state ungovernable for him?
No, this doesn't have any political undertone. Because Matole was there, Banditry was there for more than a decade. Yeah, Abdulaziz Yari was in government from 2011 to 2019. And the banditry was there for 8 years. Then the period of Matole was Abdulaziz Yari is 12 years. And Ododa is less than a year now, about almost a year now. So I'm not making political statements.
Do you think he will be able to handle the situation?
He cannot. He cannot.
Well, he was voted by the people. There must be some kind of capacity that he has.
He has his limit. He has inaugurated Community Protection Guard. And the commandant for the Community Protection Guard made some comments a few weeks ago on which he was suspended, that since the creation of the Community Protection Guards, they were not fully funded and they are not well equipped.
Well, we do have to wrap it up there because that's all the time that we have. But we wish him the best, don't we?
No, we wish him the best.
Yes.
We have no any other home apart from Zamfara State. And we have been urging people to keep politics aside and support him to tackle the insecurity.
Thank you so much.
And that is good for him and good for us.
Thank you so much for being with us on the program. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, former chairman committee on prosecution of bandits and related offenses. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
And that's all the time that we have this morning on Sunrise Daily. Thank you so much. Ayo.
Well, it's been a wonderful one, hasn't it? Ayo Makinde. Do have a wonderful day. We saw your messages on X. Thank you and have a wonderful day.